creating chess game using C++ coding. That's the header file. We have two classes. The first class to create pieces, giving them the name, and there is a vertical address and there is a horizontal address, and these functions are to set and get these variables. The second class is the board class, to create a board which has the draw of, let's say, the picture of the board, and there is a function in this class that will set the names of all these pieces on the board, so you can see them on a screen. Now if we move to the CPP file, we're gonna see that we have 4 functions to deal with the way you move all these pieces. Now we have an array of strings to hold the picture of that board, if you can see that, as you can see. And now we're creating 64 objects, assuming that every square holds an object. Doesn't matter if it's empty or it holds a piece, but it has an object. Now we're gonna go through a while loop, because to hold all these turns, not to end up after one turn. And now we're gonna ask the user to enter the touch and move. As you can see, there is a variable to hold the touch, and there is another variable to hold the move entry. And we're gonna pass this move and touch to some functions to check if it's a legal move, and also if it's a legal move, it's gonna move it, or it's gonna, like, apply it, let's say. And we're gonna have to update every move we do. We have to update the picture of the board, as you can see here, right here. This is all to update. I'm sorry, right here. Okay, so we have to, every time we have to move the object, we have to update its place, and the board will show you that the stone is moved already, or the piece is moved. Now the way we do it here is that when you enter, let's say you enter the number 1 and 2, which is 12. If you enter the number 12, 2 digits, I'm gonna divide. There's a function to divide these 2 digits, this number to 2 digits, and it's gonna return the address, the real address of these objects, because what you enter is not the real address. If you look over here, you will see there's a number 1 and 1. So if you enter 1 and 1, the function will go and they will transform 1 to another number, as you see here. If you enter 1, that means 2. If you enter 2, that means 6. And that's how the compiler will jump when you go in the array of strings. It's gonna jump from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the second one is 6. Then again 7, 8, 9, 10. So the third one is 10. And that's the way it goes here. There's 2, 6, 10, 14, 18 until 30. That's gonna cover all the places that we have in that row. This is to transform the numbers that we get from the row at the address of the, like, let's say the horizontal address, and this switch function to get the real number of the vertical address that we enter. And after that, of course, there is another function to set all these pieces, so you can see it. First you open the program, you will see everything is in its place. All these are set up. And now, of course, I'm creating an object here. In this loop, for loop, I create like another 32 objects of empty objects, let's say. Not 32 objects, but it's empty objects. Okay, and there's another function to check the move of each entry. Let's say if you enter 9 and 9, you will get an error function. Now let's run this and see what's gonna happen. There you go, build and run. That's what we get. We get the board, and there is All these pieces are set up already. All we have to do is enter what we like, enter the piece that we want to move. Let's say we're gonna move the white pawn, which is on 2 and 2. That's its address. 2 2. It's gonna ask you to enter the target. I want to move it to, let's say, 4 and 2. So move it 2 steps forward. So 4 and 2. And as we see, it moves from here to here. Now, if I want to move it again, but this way I'm going to move it horizontal. Let's say I want to move it two spots horizontal, 2 spaces. So I'm going to enter 4, like I'm going to choose the address first, which is 4 and 2. I'm going to put again 4 and 2, which was 42. Enter, and then I'm going to choose 4 and 4. 4 and 4. And there we go. It moves from here to here. Now this is just the beginning. It's only to move the, let's say, the pieces, but we didn't put any rules yet for the chess game. Hopefully soon we'll get the rules and everything set up. And thank you for watching. Before we hang up, or before we go, we can just like try to, if you want to exit the program, we just enter 0. We're good to go. Thank you.